And great conversation as always. We've got a corporate conversation waiting by. Ashok Leyland has secured a big order from VRL Logistics. This is to supply 1,560 trucks as the logistics major plans to expand and modernize its fleet by replacing old trucks. To discuss this order win and the demand trends going forward, we're now joined by Shenu Agarwal, the MD and CEO at Ashok Leyland. This 1,500 trucks order from VRL Logistics, when do you start executing this order, and any more fresh orders that you've bagged off late?
Yeah, this is a very prestigious order from VRL Logistics. We have been a long-time partner with this company, which is one of the largest fleet operators in the country. And this order will be executed throughout the year until March 2024.
Indication on how many more orders you're bidding for in FY24?
No. So see, our industry does not work like this. It is just that some of the fleet operators, they want to place annual orders. VRL is one of them, but most of them, they do month-on-month basis only.
Got that. How are the demand trends in the CV space now, and what could the growth for the industry look like next year?
Yeah, so as you know, in FY23, the industry was very, very upbeat, and we do hope that this momentum would continue in FY24 and beyond as well. All the macroeconomic factors are really placed very, very well right now. So I think this is a good time. I also think that this positive cycle will actually run a little bit longer this time because there has been a lot of thrust from the government. I think the pulse on the ground is very, very positive. I was in the market for last few weeks, and there is a lot of positivity within the fleet operators as well.
Okay, got that. So Goldman Sachs put out a report saying that fast growth in the last 2 years could start to normalize as the sector has entered mid-cycle phase in the Indian CV space. Would you agree with that assessment? Normalization
in the sense that, in FY23 and the later half of FY22, we were operating at a very low base. So definitely we won't see that kind of growth that we have seen in FY23. So FY23, for example, MHCV industry grew by 40% plus, and Ashok Leyland has grown by 70% plus in its volumes. Yeah, so that kind of growth will not be there because now we are operating on a higher base. But definitely, like I said, all macroeconomic factors are positive. We will have a significant growth here in FY23 and FY24. And as I said, this cycle, I think, will be a longer positive cycle.
Okay. Sir, is there any room for margin expansion? And if yes, what would the levers be?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I am a big believer that this CV industry has to up its margin. Almost all the players in the industry are operating in mid to high single digits. This is not the place where CV industry needs to be. And I'm saying this only for a simple reason. That is, there is going to be a lot of changes in our industry in the years to come. And companies like us and others, they need to invest for this change to come. Right, and therefore it is very important that we generate more cash to be able to invest and lead this change. Our margin, definitely there is an upside, whether you see in terms of pricing opportunity, whether you see in terms of mix, or whether you see in terms of even compression of the cost. On all 3 or 4 fronts, there is ample opportunity to increase the margins.
So EV penetration, in your opinion, how will it shape up? Will Ashok Leyland, do you have, the levers to kind of be at the forefront of this in your segment?
Yeah, definitely that is our intent. As you know, Ashok Leyland is a challenger in the CV space in India right now. And challengers normally love this kind of a change because that is the only time when they can hope to disrupt the pecking order. Right. So we are working very, very seriously and investing our money and resources in the alternate fuel space, not just EV, but also hydrogen, also CNG, LNG, and other fuels. So we are very aggressively working on that. We will definitely like to lead this change.
Just one final question, sir. Any plans to bring in a strategic player in the EV business?
Oh, we have already created a good structure, within Ashok Leyland ecosystem. We have a company called Switch, which is focused on electric as far as buses and light commercial vehicles are concerned. We also have a company called OHM in our ecosystem, which is focused on e-mobility systems. On the technology side, we are working with a lot of companies very closely to make sure that we mature this technology in the fastest possible time. Also on the market side, as you know, we have announced a few partnerships like with Reliance for the hydrogen eyes and for Adani and NTPC for fuel cell electric trucks. So yeah, we will continue to bring those partnerships on, and we are very, very open and willing to create more.
All right, Mr. Agarwal, thanks so much for stopping by and giving us your take on that recent order win as well as the path ahead for the company. Well, let's move on then. We're just chatting about the cement space.